Okay, this is the Brass Love 1. This is a storyline reading as far as mothers and children, siblings, people growing up to be monsters, people growing up to be prostitutes because of what's happening in the home. Mothers not giving the children the love they deserve, and they create a monster as an adult. So let's just see what this storyline. Daughters turn out to be prostitutes because they being molested home, and then when they get out teenagehood, they get taken advantage of by boys or whatever, and then they just get so dogged out, they wind up like prostituting later on because they need to take care of themselves. When we got guys that don't get the love, affection, care, whatever, food, clothing, shoes, or whatever it is from their mother or their father or both of them, and then they wind up being where they want to take from people out in the street. They want to murder people and don't care about somebody else's life because they don't care about their own, or because their parents didn't give them love, or they want to murder people who have good lives, who parents took care of them, and they jealous. You raise all kind of kids. I want to say something that I didn't even know. The Lord is my witness. I did not know this. I'm not going to go into the whole story and say everything, right? But I'm going to say this right here. In 2021, I did a storyline reading on my own self. Was it on my own? Yeah, on my own self. And God revealed something to me I never knew about my family, right? I was just focusing on myself though, right? And God revealed something to me that I did not know. Something that I call it a well-kept secret, because anytime your parents or one of your parents know something and you don't know and they never told you, and you grew up and they still didn't tell you. Get what I'm saying? Well-kept secrets in the households, right? Or you find out about something later on. But God revealed all in the storylines. God revealed what you don't even ask for. God put it out there. Like God gonna put out for whoever you are on this table, whoever this gonna be for. I don't know. It's not for me, it's for somebody out there I'm talking to. But I never knew. I wouldn't have known if God didn't tell me in the storyline that one of my brothers had a problem with me. I never knew that. Because you know how the person's smiling and all. You don't know nothing about the person have a problem with you or had a problem with you because you don't see it. So I have 6 brothers. One of my brothers had a problem with me from young age all the way up, and I didn't know it because I don't remember whatever back then to know he had a problem with me. Get what I'm saying? But as far as teenagehood and going up, I never seen any problem. Get what I'm saying? So I never knew. That was like a well-kept secret. But God brought it out in the storyline back in 2021. Get what I'm saying? I didn't ask for that, but God wanted me to know about my siblings, right? About that sibling. So you can have siblings that got a problem with you, jealous of you, feel you're getting more love or whatever, or taking things out on you or whatever's going on with these people that's in your house. They mad because the parent ain't giving them love and then they want to strike out at somebody else or whatever it might be. So we got children that be made to turn into a monster because they want affection from their parents or they ain't getting what they feel they deserve, so they go take it out on other people, and that's not fair. So this storyline is about mothers and fathers doing your job as a parent and giving your children all the love and affection they need. If you got more than one child, give each of them what they deserve. Don't give one child all the love and affection and credit and uplift, and then you have the other child you talking down to, because it's going to make that child over there be a certain kind of person, envy, hate that one over there, or go out in the street and do whatever. Because it starts with home, and then it goes out to the friends and the neighborhood, and it goes to the school. Don't leave that out. With all those children in there with all kind of problems, and then they put stuff on your kids. Get what I'm saying? So this is for you parents. Be the best parents you can be. And don't have favoritism as far as your children. When your children come to you with a problem and tell you something, don't act like you don't want to hear it. If your daughter say somebody molested her, listen to her. If she say your boyfriend did it, listen to her. If she say your man did it, her father, listen to her. If you got a son that he's saying whatever he's saying, listen to him. Get what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff stems from parents and what you don't do as a parent. You wasn't taught, you ain't have a rule book or whatever to teach you. That's true. It's hands-on, and you just use your common sense. Because when I had children, my focus was, this my own mindset, that I had to do everything for my children. That I had to do everything. That's how my mindset was. This day and age, maybe people think that their parents supposed to help them and everything else. They might think somebody owe them something or whatever. I don't know. But back then, when I had children, I always looked at I had to do it. Only time I asked my mother to help me with my children is if I want to have another child, because you can't take the child in a delivery room with you. Or if I had to go to jury duty, you can't take them there. When I went to the grocery store, I took them with me. Get what I'm saying? When I went shopping to buy clothes, I took them with me. See what I mean? I didn't sit there and feel my mother was obligated on my parents to do anything for me, because I felt it was my responsibility when you have children. And you got to give them all you're supposed to give them. You don't get to kind of party hardy every weekend and ask your parents to watch your children while you party hardy. You knew when you had children that you would have to have your children and watch your children. There's nothing wrong with going out once in a while. But once you had the children, that's supposed to cease every week or whatever. Some parents, you still doing whatever you used to doing. And in the meantime, all kind of things happening with your children. They might be out there taking drugs. You don't know what's going on because you out with your friends clubbing or whatever's going on with you. Especially if you're a younger grandma and you became a grandma. Because my neighbor daughter became a grandma at 29. Now 29 is a young woman. 29 is a young woman. So she just kept working a bunch of jobs and leaving her child unattended to hang with people older than her. So if she was 12 hanging with 17-year-olds, what do you think going to happen? Her hanging with 17-year-olds, and especially a boy. A baby going to come, right? And then another baby going to come, right? No, it's not okay for you to overwork yourself to get nice things and leave your children to the streets and let your daughters get pregnant and let your boys go on drugs or sell drugs while you just working all the time. You feeling like, oh, well, I'm doing the best for my children. They wearing the best, this and that, that and this. No, but you're not giving them the emotional love, the time they need. You staying working all the time. So, no, you're not the best parent. So let's just go into the storyline. If any of this fits, you take it. As far as the storyline or even what I said, okay? Let's just flow. Okay, I'm the Brass Love One Healer Tarot here on YouTube. I've been here since 2019. I took my original channel down. I had more than one, but I took them down. And this is a new channel. And it's focused on spiritual justice. Really, it's focused totally on spiritual justice. But God been giving me other storylines to put in. But still, all of it lines up with spiritual justice. So if you're a parent that's not treating your child right, giving your child a love he or she deserves, that makes them become a monster when they grow up or go out in the street and harm other people, you got to get your justice. Get what I'm saying? And God going to serve you. God going to serve you. Okay? So let's just flow. What is this? It's jumping out. What is this? 10. It's jumping over. Oh, try me if you dare. Look at God. Here's God. Try me if you dare. Think God playing with you? Try me. Try me. Okay? Okay, let's just flow. Let's see. 6. I'm hearing 6. Universe. I'm hearing how about us? Why am I hearing that, Lord? I'm getting ready to say a little bit of it. I'm getting ready to sing a little bit of it. Some people can love one another. What is it? Some people can love one another. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. Some people can care for each other. Some people can love one another for life. How about us? How about us? How about us, baby? I don't know why I'm hearing that. I don't know. Look at your card. Look at your card. Look at your card. We talking about children, right? Right? Teaching children is your path. God wants you to teach your children. Be a workhorse. Teach your kids the right way. This really a path card, but I'm coming because I'm talking to parents here. Because tension brewed or gonna brew or anything like that in your household, whoever you are, or when you was growing up or whatever, that caused you to become a monster if you're a grown up, or this is what's going on with your child, right? That's just flow. Or maybe you want to tell your child, try me if you dare, while eating something, right? Because it's putting your child putting you through torment, maybe. But your child is crying out for help, God telling you, whoever you are, because your child is guilty as charged. Follow me? It's going to be on letterhead. Follow me? Or you guilty as charged and it's going to be on letterhead. Get what it's saying? Because you need to embrace the growth, right? And the growth is your child is guilty and you created what has grown in your child. Or your child needs to embrace the growth, right? Of himself, follow me, or herself. Feel like it's, look at the bottom card. Your child going to jail or you are. Here's the jail card. Boo-hoo. Child committed a senseless act. Look, they go together. He, she, you, or whoever. Oh my goodness, it's a bad card. I really wish it wasn't this, but that's what it is. Your child or you was jet setting and it was juicy. That means having fun. Look at this. That's why I say I wish I wouldn't even picked it up now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this card. You or your child. This is what happened when you don't teach those children home. You want it to be like it was before your child murdered somebody, or before you murdered your child, or something as far as, or you murdered somebody because your child, somebody was trying to avoid your child, or your child got murdered. Take it however it's flowing, right? Somebody tried to strip search your child and rob your child, or take your child's clothes off, and he was trying to avoid this person. Follow me, your child. If it happened to your child, or if your child the one who did it, somebody was trying to avoid your child from strip searching, it means taking off the clothes, or it means robbing. Follow me? And somebody got murdered in the process. Your child, or your child murdered somebody, or you murdered your child, or you murdered someone. Take it however it goes. Your child is in it because if your child not in it, you are a product of how your parents treated you, and you became a murderer. Get what I'm saying? Out of control. You know what I'm saying? Okay? That's just flow. Take it however it goes. It could be you as an adult, and you became what you became because your parents didn't give you what you needed to have. Right? Embrace the growth. Right? Because you was trying to avoid somebody strip searching, or somebody right? Robbing or taking off the clothes of you, or somebody was trying to stop you from doing it. Your child or whoever this is, you or your child or whoever, take it however it flows, because only you would know, right? God saying, who are you really right here? Or somebody else asking you. But this a God card. I want to change, but I worry about other people. You worrying about what other people think as far as you as an adult, or you worrying about what other people think as far as your child. It says right here we got religion, so maybe you're a person that really don't believe totally in religion, or you mixed up, or you confused, or you're not sure what religion you want to have if you even want one, right? And do it even matter? But it says right here, do you know all the facts, the facts about what's going on with your child, what's going on as far as religion or anything? Because some changes got to be made. Make the changes necessary, God says. As far as your children, if there's something going on with your teenagers or whatever, or you're not loving your children like you should, or treating your children or teaching your children like you should. With that first card, the child care, you heard me say, teaching children. God said teaching children. You need to teach your children. Or is you as an adult and your parents need to do that to you. You came out a certain way because you didn't get the right teaching. Get what I'm saying? God says play ball with your life in the best ways. Make some changes. You or your child, because you've been jet setting, having a good time going out, or your child been out there. Or back then your mother was doing it, or your parents, and you turned out the way you turned out because you're dealing with the big boys. That is cops, FBI, right? Drug dealers, the doctors, the pastors, the teacher, the lawyer, whoever it is, right? Any man in charge, your husband, your father, you're an antelope too, or your child, whoever this is I'm talking about. Your child or you, I got to take it either way. Now, whichever one of you is dealing with them. Because your child or you wanted to be sincere about being secure, right? Wanted to be secure. But God said, how much would it take for you to change or your child? Because you are grown up, right? So whatever happened to you growing up made you like you are now. But then your child is like your child is from what you've been doing in your house as far as teaching and raising. How much would it take for you or your child to have a stable mind? Because we got you or your child is dealing with somebody who a bureaucrat, follow me, who taking some kind of drug. It don't have to be snorting, follow me. So we have right here, you or your child. We got to go that way because you the parent to your children. And your parents was the parent to you that made you and created you to be like you are. To have some ways you got that's not the best. And you is the parent to your child or children or whoever this is. It's one child we will be talking about. And you did whatever you did to help make this child be what this child is. The absence of you or the presence of you, and you just let the person have their way all the time, your child, or you just wasn't available, or you just didn't instill in your child what you needed to. However it's flowing. It says right here that your child or you was going to be competitive and able to gain, right? No more innocence. You was going to take charge, or your child was going to take charge. But right here, God was saying too, and it's saying that no more innocence. God wants you to take charge and be the mother you need to be, the best mother or best father or best parents in general, and be competitive and able for you to gain as far as being the best parent you can be. Because somebody got murdered. I can't even, I usually use that card another way too as far as a relationship and love, but this is not love, okay? So it got to be the real murder, okay? It says right here, in a reasonable voice that's suitable for you. You're going to talk to somebody, I guess. Or somebody going to talk to you. Because you're dealing with the big boys or your child. That would be police, the judge, anybody, lawyers, the cops, somebody, drug dealers. Okay, it says right here. Who's proud? Somebody want to know your son, or I keep saying your son. I don't know. I feel like it's your son. If it's not you, as an adult, get what I'm saying? And you're a result from what your parents taught you, or your child is a result from what you taught or didn't teach. Get what I'm saying? Either you looking at your child as wonderful, your child wants you to feel like he wonderful, wants you to be proud of him, follow me, or is you as far as something with your life. So we have right here, you see it clear as possible with your child, or you see it possible with your life right now, your own self, or somebody sees something as far as you, right? Because here we go again with it. Because it says right here, it's going to be on letterhead as far as your child is in trouble, or you going to be in trouble because you doing something you had no business doing. You guilty as charged, God says. But we got right here the fear card. So God's saying if fear took your child there to do what your child did, because maybe your child wanted you to feel or proud of him, to look at him as wonderful, right? And he just did all kind of stuff maybe to get in trouble. I don't know. And wanted your attention. I don't know what that, right? But fear took your child there if this your child. Hold on to the thought that fear took your child there. But if it's you as an adult, fear took you there. Wherever fear took you to do whatever you done. Because you did something or your child did something. Because I see the murder card. Follow me? Okay, it says right here that healthy means loving the self first. Right? And whoever you is, you didn't love yourself as an adult. You didn't love yourself, or your child didn't love your child's self. Get what I'm saying? One of you. Follow me? And we got to turn it around. And once you love yourself, it's going to be like this. I'm ready for a healthy way of loving. Right? But it shouldn't take going to jail to have a healthy way of loving. You should not have to go to jail to love yourself first. But some people got to go through all kind of lessons before they get the picture. So we dealing with the thesis. I like to use it for the Bible, paperwork in general. Could be a trial date. Could be a birthday, could be an address, some kind of docket number, cell number, prisoner number, part of a social, phone number, anything, time, lottery, amount of money for bail. It could be anything. A date, it could be anything. Follow me? So we have right here that for you or your child, whoever this is, because it says tension brewed back then for your child. But whatever your child was doing, follow me? I'm saying back then, but you know what? I don't mean back then. I mean for your child in the present, whenever this is present. But if it's for you, growing up and all, and made you, and whatever happened with your parents made you like you are, and whatever happened with your children made your child, because you was the parent to your child, and what you didn't do or did do or allowed to be, created something in your child. Get what I'm saying? To make your child think something was okay. Or to lack love for itself, or to go do something out in the street or whatever happened, or you, right, and made you the kind of grown up you are. However it's flowing, tension brewed. You got to enjoy the life that God continues to give you and be happy again. Okay, it says right here, she looking for her keys, money and keys to serve her, right? Maybe you are, if you the mother. Follow me? I don't know. Let's flow. Or maybe somebody was looking for their money and their keys to serve them to go in their car, and your child robbed a person and murdered a person, and it was a female. It could be anything like that. Don't be talked down to because you show your emotions. So maybe your child going to show his or her emotions, or did do that once in a while when you talk down to your child. Or maybe with your parents back then, they did that to you. Follow me? Anything like that. No matter your climb, you got to keep God front and center. You should keep God front and center, growing as you grow older. Or if you got 2 and 3 jobs or whatever and you done left God out, you should have kept God front and center, because you was catering to somebody in the summer, or you going to be some kind of way the court system or somebody, or somebody going to be catering to you in the summer or whatever season, or somebody your child was catering to, or going to be catering to. As well, you need to look in the mirror and see the truth about yourself as a person, as a parent yourself right now, or whatever your parent did to you or whatever caused you to be a certain kind of way, and you still got to look in the mirror, right? But you got to look in the mirror at whoever you are, right, as far as your parents making you the way you are, but you also got to look in the mirror to see what kind of parent you became as far as your children, what you lacked. Get what I'm saying? What with your child, and when it did something negative, you got to look with both eyes and just see. No blaming. You can't blame somebody else when you as the person there as the parent. Your child or you was dealing with a drug pusher, right? Or your child or you take pills. So take it however it flows, right? Your child need to deviate from the conquest deal of dealing with a drug pusher, or you, if you take pills or you sell pills. Your child or you was around a group of people with idiot ways of thinking. Follow me? Or back then, growing up for you, you was around a bunch of people with idiot ways of thinking. You was learning all kind of negative from. Your child or you is achy and it varies. Follow me? One of you. Follow me? So it says Tuesday. It don't have to be a Tuesday, but I just say what the card says. Tomorrow is Tuesday. You might see this Tuesday. Something might happen Tuesday. What might not. What might just happen on a Tuesday. It don't have to be Tuesday tomorrow, but any Tuesday. God wants you to go get him or her. So some kind of way you gotta go get him or her. Maybe a lawyer. I don't know who you have to go get. Your child or a lawyer or what. Or maybe on a Tuesday your child went and committed a crime. And maybe it was a Tuesday. Follow me? And robbed someone. Or maybe going to purchase drugs, or you did something on a Tuesday, or you're going to do something on a Tuesday if you haven't. Anything like that. I'm just flowing. Or the courts, or the law coming for your son, or coming for you, or whatever this is. I'm trying to wiggle it around. Do you hear burdens, God says? If you do, you got to do things the right ways. Because it says right here, you cheating yourself out of a good life, right? You cheated yourself out of a good life growing up, however you was raised, and you wind up turning out like you turned out. And you got a sibling that's talking to you. If this your side or your son's side, I don't know which one it is. Only you know if it's you or your child. Whatever cards I say, if it's your child, take it. If it's you, take it. I don't know because I don't know you. So it says you cheating yourself out of a good life, or your child cheating himself out of a good life. Follow me? Because you are the result of your mother's raising. Some of you anyway. The rest of it comes from the outside and everywhere else it came from. Follow me? But it starts with the parents in the house, right? And your child is the result of you. Not all of how your child's acting, but some of it. Follow me? So you cheating yourself out of a good life, somebody telling you. And not just anybody, a sibling. Follow me? Also, if it's not you, your sibling, your child, hear somebody that's telling your child that your child is cheating himself or herself or whoever your child is out of a good life. And if it's not a sibling, it's a best friend or somebody close like a sibling. Follow me? Because they say we got the same mother. What happened to you? Get what I'm saying? Because your child or you committed a senseless act, and God says it's going to be on letterhead that you guilty or your child guilty. Ain't no getting around it because you're guilty or your child. Right? So it says, torture me not. So your son or your daughter, or whoever this is, was crying out for attention from you. And you must didn't have time or whatever. Right? Torture me not. Or when your child, if your child or you or whichever one this is, right? The person didn't want to be hurt. Don't hurt me. Anything like that. Don't hurt me. Don't kill me. Or whatever the person might be saying. Right? Person crying out to your child. Don't hurt me. Get what it's saying. Or somebody to you. Follow me? Or your child just was crying out for attention from you that the child wasn't getting. And it was torture to your child. And it created a monster in your child. Or your parents didn't give you attention. Follow me? The kind you needed anyway, the right attention. And you was crying out for it. And it created torture in you. And helped make you the way you are. To feel like it's okay to murder people. Okay? Or whatever happened here, right? So it says right here. Your child was trying to find his uniqueness or her uniqueness. Feel like it's a guy, a boy, a teen or somebody like that. For some reason, it don't have to be a feel like that though. Or you. Trying to find his uniqueness, her uniqueness, or you are. Because maybe your child needed some kind of love and attention to feel special. Get what I'm saying? But your child was dealing with somebody power play. And the power play person would be you, the mother, or the father, whoever was in that house. So over here, if this you, and you was dealing with your parents, and you grew up to be like you grew up, one of your parents was power played, follow? And you was trying to find your uniqueness. Okay, maybe some kind of way you eating, or your son is eating, or something like that. Try me if you dare. You might tell your son, try me if you dare, as far as a situation. Or maybe your son said this to somebody your son murdered. I keep saying son because I feel like it's a guy. If it's a girl, take it. Try me if you dare. Maybe the person was eating. Maybe your son was eating. told the person, try me if you dare, you don't believe me or something like that, or somebody, one of your parents to you some kind of way and you was eating or something like that was something. Because it say the achy and it varied. Maybe your parents said back then, try me if you dare, you didn't listen and you got hit some kind of way by your parent any kind of way. Or when this person got abused by your son and went through torture, the person was aching and it varied because the person got murdered. Follow me? So it says right here that dealing with sitting at the table discussing business some kind of way right here. Is this the one? No. We dealing with people who lead us. Kind of lead us. So it could be judge, it could be the lawyers or whatever this might be. Bosses, lawyers or somebody. Because God says right here, you need to be a workhorse. You needed to be with your child. Because teaching children is your path. Because you didn't do the best job with whoever this is right here. Here, God, you need to work with children. Follow me? You needed to work. I can turn it around. You needed to be the best. You need to be a workhorse with whoever this child is right here. Because you ain't do the best job with this child right here. And your parent didn't do the best job with you. Because it led you to be like you are. If you somebody who turned out all kind of ways, get what I'm saying? If you murdered somebody or whatever it was, because usually when you do all kind of stuff, they say, oh, they come from a good home. They might come from a good home, but it's still something lacking in that home. That's what make them do what they do, right? Help is coming. So back then, help needed to be coming, but it wasn't coming for this child, right? This child needed to think this child didn't deserve abuse from the parent, from you, or your husband, or whoever here. And help is coming. He was thinking help was coming, or praying and help coming, anything like that. Because abuse is more than just physical. It's emotional, financial, not having food, clothing, whatever it is. Friends, or this you. Follow me? Help is coming. A lawyer, anything like that. Or even for the person who got murdered over here. Help is coming. And your son needed to not think that this person deserved abuse, getting robbed, or anything like that. Because I don't see the rape card. So the clothes, no clothes was taken off the person. The person was robbed with the other meaning, robbery. Or you robbed somebody. Take it however it's flowing. You or your child. Follow me? Because it says right here it was a war zone for this person. Maybe a lady looking for her keys and her money to serve her, getting in her car, maybe coming from work, maybe going to work, anything like that, and your son approached. Anything like that? Or did you look for your money and your keys, maybe to go to work, to go to court, or wherever you ready to go at? Anything like that? It was a relapse in either your son, if your son was on drugs, or a relapse in something. Maybe it wasn't enough. Maybe your son was laid off. Maybe it wasn't enough work. Maybe your son was on drugs. Maybe you was on drugs. Relapse. Something was lacking. And it became a war zone for whoever your son robbed. Anything like that. Or you. Because your son or you committed a senseless act. See, God got it here. You or your child. It's one or the other. You going to boo-hoo about it, or your child going to boo-hoo about it? Because it was senseless, God says, you or your child. Because your child or you murdered somebody. I can't say murder the relationship because this is not a love storyline. And I don't see no kind of love in it like it's a love storyline. See what I mean? Like it's a woman that somebody trying to be with or anything like that. No. So your son wanted to be like it was before your son murdered someone, right? Somebody who might have been trying to get in their car, looking for the money and the keys, probably trying to go in their car, but trying to dig their money out to give to the person, your son, because he is robbing the person. But or you was, however it's flowing. Or you wanted to be like it was before you murdered somebody. But because right here, this card right here means that your son or you, right, wanted the cup filled. And a cup filled card means that you want money, time, or romance. So we dealing with a robbery. Your son wanted money. committed a senseless act, wanted money and murdered somebody, or you did, however it's flowing. And the child care card mean you needed to work hard in teaching your children right from wrong, or being there for your children to teach your child everything your child needed, but you didn't. You was lacking. And also, if this you doing all of this crime and bad stuff and dealing with people with drugs or being on drugs, being addicted, needing money or whatever this is, God talking to you. That your parents were lacking, and they ain't show you all the love, everything you needed to know, right from wrong or whatever it was, that made you think it was okay to go out there and just take from somebody and rob somebody and lessen somebody else's life, anything like that. So this is for you. If it go with you, take it. If it don't take it. Remember, God says right here that fear took the person there. Hold on to the thought. So the person, when somebody's fearful, they feel they're supposed to do whatever it is. You feeling like you need money to take care of something or to do something, so you go rob somebody and kill somebody. No, you're going to pay whoever, you or your son. Senseless act, God says. You're going to pay because you want your cup filled, a guy. You want it as a guy right here, a boy, probably, whoever you are, or you a guy I'm talking to, however it is. Because you murdered somebody, but you wanted to change, but it's too late now. You should have thought about that then. Maybe you on drugs, and you was trying to get drug money. Get what I'm saying? To actually buy drugs, anything like that. Because I saw the snorting card. Don't have to be that, but it could have been. But you murdered somebody. You want to be like it was before, but it's too late now. Because at that time, you was power play. You was the person in charge. I don't see the gun card, but I got a feeling you had one. You did something. You killed the person. And as a female, you killed. Get what I'm saying? You guilty as charged. It's on your letterhead. You might got siblings wondering, what happened to you? We got the same mother. What happened to him is because the mother didn't show him the same attention that you got. The mother was lacking. That's why we got the same mother. You got the same mother, and the mother show different children different stuff. Get what I'm saying? And then that one be lacking. You didn't talk to these ones about something, but you ain't tell that one nothing. You barely even talk or whatever. They lacking. That mean they getting whatever felt another way, or they just go however they go in life. Right? So yeah.